Here's your news for May 31st, 2020. And your headlines for today include: real reason why the WWE writer was fired, a new book on Vince McMahon, WWE bans a major wrestling move, WWE warns an NBA player not to mess with AEW or he'd lose favors with WWE, Lacey Evans receives backlash over tweet about George Floyd death, Hollywood megastar pays tribute to Shad Gaspard, Terrace House reality show cancels season after Hana Kimura passing. We've got some big news from WWE now, as the company recently axed their lead writer for SmackDown for a very uncomfortable reason. According to Ringside News, Chris Joseph was fired after being described as highly unprofessional and was alleged to have embarrassed several executives at WWE, according to the website's source. The news went on to say that the decision to fire Joseph was pretty simple, saying that there was no debate on this, he had to be fired. It certainly sounds bad for the now former WWE writer, but the source didn't specify what exactly Joseph did that led to his termination. Though he served on WWE's creative team and had a brief stint with Lucha Underground as well, fans may remember Joseph playing Big Dick Johnson that was used in various appearances during the 2000s. Having previously worked in WWE, Joseph was brought back to WWE shortly before TLC last year, but given what's been said about his departure, it's doubtful fans will see or hear from him for a very long time. One person who won't be going anywhere anytime soon is Vince McMahon, and now fans can read all about the chairman of the board in a brand new book. On social media, Abraham Reisman, who penned the biography True Believer: The Rise and Fall of Stan Lee, announced that he will be writing a new book all about McMahon, titled Ringmaster. According to a description, the book will cover Vince's humble origins growing up in a trailer park to his rise to the top of wrestling, and will include new, exclusive interviews from those who witnessed Vince's ascent, aided it, and even those who have suffered from it. It'll certainly be interesting to see what people have to say about the chairman of the board, but fans will have to wait until 2022 to pick up their copy of Ringmaster. Speaking of the chairman of the board, it's no secret that Vince McMahon likes WWE exactly how he wants, and now another wrestling move has reportedly been banned. According to the PW Insider, buckle bombs have been banned, as will all forms of power bombs into the turnbuckle. Fans will remember that it was a buckle bomb that led to the retirement of Sting after he received the move from Seth Rollins, as it was later discovered that the Vigilante had spinal stenosis. Most recently, Kairi Sane was also hurt after receiving a turnbuckle powerbomb from Nia Jax, and it looks like this was the final nail in the coffin for the buckle bomb. We've got an update next on the tragic death of Stardom's Hana Kimura next, as after she was bullied following an appearance on Netflix's Terrace House, the future of the show is unclear. The show already wasn't in production right now due to the ongoing global situation, and during Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer explained the show might not be back due to what's happened. He said, "Even though things are getting up and things will begin again shortly, they have suspended it, and I think it may go away for a while or it may be done. That's the situation there. There's definitely threats on people who made terroristic threats to her." It was also noted that there's no guarantee those who bullied Hana to the point of suicide will be prosecuted, as there are people deleting their accounts left and right, though hopefully they'll be found. CNN is also reporting that Japanese lawmakers are looking into cyberbullying laws, as hopefully Hana's tragic death will be able to do some good after all. We've got more news regarding Undertaker, who has once again spoken out of character about his incredible career. Speaking to the Toronto Sun, the Phenom said that he expects his next WWE match to be his last, and added that it would take something, quote, juicy for him to make it to WrestleMania 37 at all. Of course, the Demon of Death Valley has had plenty of opportunities to leave before, as the recent Last Ride docuseries revealed that he planned to leave the ring behind following his loss to Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 33. Clearly that didn't happen, as the Deadman competed against John Cena the following year, wrestled DX at Crown Jewel 2018, and most recently reverted to his American Badass persona to bury AJ Styles. And it's entirely possible his last match will be against the Phenomenal One himself, as a rematch has been teased in recent weeks. Of course, The Undertaker will go down as being arguably the greatest character in all of wrestling history, and if Mark Calloway believes he has only one more match left in him, hopefully it'll be something fittingly epic to end his career. Back to wrestling now, and Vice's Dark Side of the Ring season finale that covered the death of Owen Hart had a lot of people involved, but one person fans didn't see was Owen's brother Brett. On Saturday night's main event, Dave Meltzer stated that the Hitman was asked but never got back to Vice, though Meltzer also explained how Vice would have struggled to get anyone close to WWE. With or without Brett, the Owen episode had some valuable interviews, and also broke a viewership record for Vice, as even 21 years later, fans continue to mourn the loss of the Rocket. We've got more news regarding the passing of Shad Gaspard next, as Arnold Schwarzenegger has paid his respect to the superstar who died a hero. Whilst riding his bike, the Terminator and Predator star saw Gaspard's tribute and gave his respects and described the former Crime Time star as a hero of bodybuilding, of wrestling, and given he told lifeguards to save his son, the ultimate hero. A GoFundMe for Gaspard's family recently smashed their own goal, and whilst no amount of money will ever replace him, it's touching to see that the legacy of Shad Gaspard will never be forgotten. All know that the company is always looking for crossover promotional opportunities, and it seems like a big one is coming their way with Enes Kanter. Recently, the former 24/7 champion and basketball star has said that he's interested in joining WWE and already has an offer, but that might not be the case if he gets too friendly with the competition. Speaking on the No Sports Report show, Kanter admitted to watching a little bit of AEW, but claimed he was warned not to mess around with Tony Khan's promotion, as it'll hurt his chances with WWE. Kanter didn't specify who exactly was warning him, though we do know that he's had dinner in the past with Paul Heyman and was previously romantically linked to Dana Brooke. It's likely that the 28-year-old still has a few more basketball seasons in him, but if he does plan on making it to WWE, avoiding AEW isn't a terrible idea. One wrestler fans can see in WWE each and every week is Lacey Evans, though the sassy Southern Belle recently got in some hot water about a tweet. If you've been following US news, you'll know that George Floyd died in the custody of Minneapolis police after begging the officer detaining him to take his knee off of his neck, pleading that he couldn't breathe. His death, which many are seeing as yet another example of police brutality against black people, has been widely condemned, with several WWE personalities including Batista, Booker T, Jey Uso, Renee Young, and Titus O'Neil tweeting about it. But when Lacey Evans sent a tweet of a crying face, heart, and globe emoji in response to a tweet about Floyd, many didn't take kindly to her response. Evans' tweet received a slew of messages who mocked how little the emojis actually did, whilst others claimed that the lady should be using her position as a WWE superstar to try to do more to change things. It's a sad truth that Floyd's death isn't the first of its kind and probably won't be the last, and we can only hope something does get changed sooner rather than later. We've got more news from AEW next, as the company's recent Double or Nothing didn't just do well, but it may have also broken records. Whilst official pay-per-view numbers are being kept classified, PW Insider's Mike Johnson stated during Elite Audio that the figures are certainly good for the company, stating, "I can tell you after speaking to certain people who handle pay-per-view distribution just on their realm, this might have been the best bought AEW pay-per-view of all time." Both Tony Khan and Cody Rhodes expressed their thanks to fans who paid for Double or Nothing, as it seems that despite the current global situation, nothing can derail AEW's train of success. Of course, while fans may have seen Chris Jericho and Mike Tyson brawl as part of this week's show, it shouldn't be shocking to learn that this was all an act. After the dust had settled, Henry Cejudo recorded a video backstage which showed the boxing legend and Jericho enjoying each other's company. This real-life friendship continued out of the ring, as the former AEW World Champion even praised Tyson during an interview with Stephanie Chase for Digital Spy, saying, "Of course he's capable. Wrestling is all shapes and sizes, and there's a lot of different ways to do it. So if he's agreeable to doing something with us, then we work to his strengths and eliminate his weaknesses. That's what wrestling's all about." It's clear that Jericho and Tyson are pals in real life, but odds are they won't be so friendly the next time they're on camera together. We've got more news regarding Bray Wyatt, as the demonic fiend has a softer side out of the ring. After he and JoJo Offerman welcomed their first child, Nash, into the world next year, the pair have welcomed their second, as the former Universal Champion announced the arrival of his daughter, Hyrie Von Rotunda, this week. The pair certainly did a much better job of keeping JoJo's pregnancy a secret this time around, and we here at Slat Rock would like to send our congratulations to the happy couple and their growing family. And we're ending today with news from overseas. As whilst the current global situation has affected the wrestling industry around the world, it now looks like fans in Japan are getting closer to how things were before. In the past few days, Japan has lifted its state of emergency, which had previously caused all wrestling shows to be cancelled, and this means empty arena events can begin on June 19th. Fans there won't have to wait long to return to arenas though, as starting on July 10th, arenas will be allowed to have 50% capacity up to 5,000 people, and then on August 1st, arenas will be allowed to have 50% of their maximum capacity. This of course means that promotions such as New Japan Pro Wrestling will be able to produce shows once again, as whilst the company cancelled all their events through June 10th, the company hasn't publicly made a decision on their Dominion show on June 14th. Whatever the company decides, this is certainly a big deal for fans in Japan, who will soon be able to fill arenas, which is more than what can be said for arenas outside of the country.